In my last video, we saw that the government had two alternative options in order to choose a suitable economic model. That is, two alternative extremes in order to choose a suitable economic model to manage the basic economic problem. So, what were the two alternative economic models? One is a communist system, another is a free market system. So, today we'll see about the communist system. Now, communist system, or it's also referred to as, guys, planned economy, or also referred to as command economy. Okay, so what is the main characteristic of this system? In this system, the resources are 100% owned by the government. The resources are 100% owned by the government. That is, all my land, all my labor, all my capital, all the entrepreneurs are all owned by the government. Okay, and what are the famous examples of this system? North Korea. North Korea is today's famous example of a country which is maintaining a communist system. Next, Cuba. Okay, and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka today, although it's not a communist system, but in 1970s there's a history that Sri Lanka maintained a communist system under the prime ministership of Srimavo Bandaranaike. Okay, then what is the main characteristic of communist system? In this system, all the factors of production are owned by the government. People work for the government, that is, public work for the government, and government gives all the necessary goods and services to the public free of charge. Now, how does the government give it to the public free of charge? It is given through a system referred to as rationing and coupon system. Rationing and coupon system. What do I mean by rationing and coupon system? It's like this. Every day, a government agent visits the houses of the public, and the government agent asks, what do you all want? So, if the government agent visits our house, we might tell him, we need 100 grams of sugar, we may need 1 kilogram of chicken, we may need 1 kilo of rice, we may need 2 pounds of bread. So the government agent notes it down, and the government agent gives you some cards. It's referred to as what? Coupons. So I will be receiving 2 kilos of bread coupons, I will be receiving 1 kilo of rice coupon, I will be receiving 1 kilo of a chicken coupon. So I take these coupons, that is the cards, and go to the shop, go to the government welfare centers, and I have to give this coupon and get the necessary goods and services. Okay, I have to give the coupons and get the necessary goods and services. Okay, so now in today's world, how do we do it? We go to a shop, pay the price and buy the product. But in a communist system, how is it done? We go to the government welfare center, give the coupons and get our products. Okay, so that is referred to as rationing and coupon system. Then next characteristic is the communist system maintains a closed economic model. That means you won't have any exports, you won't have any imports. That is, no goods come from foreign countries and no goods go from our country to foreign countries. Why? Because in a communist system, we never maintain the concept of money. In a purely communist system, there is no concept of money. Okay, so if we open the economy, we have to introduce the concept of money, and the real meaning of the communist system will be lost. So in order to safeguard the communist system, we close the economy from foreign intervention. Then, in a communist system, another characteristic is there is less gap between the rich and the poor, because everything is provided by the government equally among the public. There is a very low gap between the rich and the poor. But communist system has problems. What are the problems? The first problem is the model is inefficient. Why is it inefficient? Because if you work also, the government will give you everything. If you don't work also, the government will give you everything. So why do you have to work? Let's be inefficient. So the entire system is inefficient. Then, less consumer choice. Whatever the government gives has to be taken by the public. So if the government gives a black car, it has to be taken by the public. So if the public needs red car, will it be available? No. So there is no consumer choice or very low consumer choice. And also there's another problem. There is high corruption by government officials. So in a communist system, everything is owned by the government, and there can be corruptions done by government officials. Okay guys, thank you very much.